Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. I did this like 3 times. Okay, so I'm doing my reading again, and I'm pulling up the same energy. I'm realizing that yesterday I was right. I was right. I was on point with how I was feeling because I kind of doubted myself, but like, no. So the first 2 cards I pulled was the Two of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So at first I'm like, okay, so I'm pulling this like indecisive swords, like energy, like this holding on, but I don't feel that way. Like, what is it? So now I'm realizing, like, no, if I look closer to everything, I'm in between like these 2 worlds again. Like, you see the city back here, which is like all the people, and then there's just me. And then you see like the water and the abundance back here, and then there's just me. So I feel like here with the Two of Swords card, it's like I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I am. I didn't know who I was. And I have these swords. So it's almost like, okay, so who am I fighting? Because my head is in between both the swords. So it's like, am I trying to cut my own head off? Am my swords up because it's somebody else that I'm supposed to be cutting? Or like, what is it? It's like a choice. Like what am I going to cut? What am I going to do? What am I caught in between? Like the 2 different worlds. Like, you even see the differences. So then here you see the 2 different worlds too. And then you see me like holding on. But when I think about it and I clarified it with this card, because I felt like I was here, it's like I was blindfolded, meaning like somebody or multiple people, they knew who I was, and they wanted to hide that from me, and they wanted me to think that my swords were up against me, and that I didn't have the abundance that I really did have, because I'm here on this land. But behind me, it's so abundant. So it's almost like they wanted to cover my eyes and say, oh, no, you don't have it. It's not what you think. You might as well just, cut yourself off. So I'm in between it like, wait, but I can't see. But it's like, oh, no, you don't want to take it off. You don't want to see. You don't want to know. So I feel like I chose myself, which is this card here. The 6 of water. I think that's the 6 of water. So I feel like, my feelings were that I chose myself. I chose the water. I chose the abundance that was behind me, that was mine the whole time, but nobody wanted me to see it. You see, like here, it's all abundant. It's the land and the water, like back here. So, and then I looked at this card and I'm like, it looks like greed and holding on and being stubborn. But really, when I notice, it's like, no, I feel like it's the same energy as yesterday with the 10 of Pentacles card, where it's like back here, everybody's fighting against each other. Everybody wants something. Everybody's in competition. But it's like on both of these cards, I'm on a pedestal. It's like I'm still above the rest. I'm still on top of my own desires. And I feel like this is me just protecting what is already mine, because this was my overall energy again, which is like, it was already mine. It's already mine. But see, when I go out here, people want to fight. People want to challenge me. But if I think about it, even if I just let go of these pentacles, I still wear a crown. So it's like I always had it. It's without the holding on to these pentacles, I'm still attached to something beyond my control, beyond this background, beyond the city, beyond, I'm up here. Still, no matter what, I still have to come back. I have to come back up. I have to, because that's just my roots. So that shows again in the overall energy. And then I pulled this card, the Undines and Mermaids. And this is supposed to represent everything coming together, pulling it all together, finding myself, which is what I said, because I felt like I chose myself, which is the whole point of this all, was that I didn't know who I was. And now that I have found out who I am, and I realize, and I'm awakened to that, like, oh, okay, I am who I was seeking. I am that girl, I am who I say that I am. And I'm just protecting that. So I asked the question to myself, okay, well, to the cards, so now that I have this newfound self, like a rediscovery of myself, where am I going from here? What does that mean? You know, what does this discovery now mean? And I pulled the Queen of Pentacles. It came out and I thought it was like, oh my God, see? So it's like, now that I know who I am and I'm back to my original self, this is my outcome. This is where I'm going. This is who I'm becoming. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, it just goes up from here, you know? So I think that's really good. It feels exactly how I felt yesterday, because I kept saying that I am the queen. And the Ten of Pentacles was like my castle, and this was my overall energy. Like, this is who I am anyway. You know, the only thing I was missing, that extra pentacle, which you could see in the Two of Pentacles, I was just juggling. I'm just playing around with it here. It's just everywhere. It's under my feet. It's on top of my head. It's like, okay, you know, why don't you just keep your crown on and forget about the world behind you and what everybody wants from you and how they have to carry their pentacles, because your pentacles are within you. It's within the robe that you wear, that your attire. It's the crown on your head. It's something that's rooted within you. It comes with you. It's a part of you. It's your uniform. It's your soul. And sometimes I don't see it because, you know, we don't think too much about what we put on, and you know, we just that's our art, you know, it is what it is, but other people can see. And when I see it from here on this perspective and I see myself, I can say, wow, I guess I am pretty amazing. And it's showing here.